Okay, let's be real. Are you trying to adopt a dog and feel like you're applying for government security clearance? You find the perfect pup, you fill out the application, and then radio silence? Or maybe you do get a response, but it's a flat out no with no explanation. And you're thinking to yourself, wait, I just want to give a dog a loving home. Why does this have to be so complicated? No, I get it. And because I've been there. And actually, as a rescue volunteer who does home visits, I'm the one asking some of those invasive questions. So trust me, I know how overwhelming it can feel. But today, we're going to break it all down. Why rescues make the process so tough, what they are really looking for, and how you can actually get approved. Now, if you love talking about rescue dogs as much as I do, hit that subscribe button so that we can keep the conversation going. All right, first things first. Rescues aren't making this hard just for the fun of it or just to be difficult. They want to make sure that the dog is safe. A lot of these dogs have already been abandoned or mistreated once. Rescues want to make sure that that doesn't happen again. They're trying to find the right, sometimes perfect match. Not every dog is going to fit into every home. Some need experienced owners, some need a quiet household, some need a backyard to run in. They're just trying to avoid returns. And trust me, rescues hate getting dogs returned. It's stressful for the dog, it's heartbreaking for the volunteers, and it makes it even harder to place that dog in another home again. So, yeah, they ask a lot of questions. And I know firsthand how invasive it can feel because, like I said, I'm out there doing those visits myself. Hey there, I am Debbie with Rescue Dogs 101, where we help you and your rescue dog live the best life through love, healthy choices, and mindful training. If you're getting ready to adopt a dog, grab my free survival packet from Rescue to Home. Now, let's talk about some of those crazy adoption requirements that leave people scratching their heads. Rescues take this very seriously, as they should, but there are some that may be a little too strict. Breed specific rescues and smaller groups tend to have the strictest rules. Some common ones are that you must have a backyard, a fenced backyard. And that makes sense for high energy dogs, but plenty of apartment dwellers do take their dogs on long walks and hikes or even do other activities to ensure that they have enough exercise. No young children. I see this a lot. Some dogs just don't do well with little kids. So rescues err on the side of caution. And of course, we always want to prioritize safety for both the dog and the child. Now, I hear some rescues require that you must own your home. This is a tough one. Not all landlords allow pets, and rescues don't want to take the risk of a dog being surrendered if you have to move. Another common requirement is that current pets must be up to date on vaccinations. Some rescues don't accept titers as an alternative, which can be frustrating for people who choose a more holistic pet care route. Now, I personally think we need to look at the whole picture, and there should be some flexibility. But at the end of the day, it is their rescue and they make the rules. But rules aside, the part that really surprises people is usually the home visit. Some rescues want to see where the dog will live, make sure the yard is safe, there aren't any hazards inside the home, and just to get a general feel for the adopter. And yeah, I get it. It can feel like an invasion of privacy. When I started doing home visits in 2016, I would physically go out to people's homes, sit down, have a conversation with them, and take a look at their setup before they would even get approved. Since 2020, we've been doing virtual home visits, which honestly is a little bit less awkward for everyone. For me, the home visit isn't about judging someone's home decor. It's about making sure they're truly ready for this responsibility. Plus, I can point out things that people don't always think about, like toxic house plants or areas that need to be puppy or dog proofed. Okay, so you made it through the application, the home visit, and now you're waiting. And sometimes you get rejected, and that sucks. But here's what you should do if that does happen. You want to ask why. Was it something that you can fix, like a missing vet reference, or just a bad match for that particular dog? And then don't take it personally. Sometimes great adopters get passed over just because there was another home that was slightly better fit. You can always try to apply with a different rescue. If you feel like you were turned down unfairly, don't give up. There are tons of rescues out there. A lot of people are surprised by the cost of the adoption. Most rescues charge fees to cover the spay and neuter, the vaccinations, microchipping, and even other medical care that the dog might need. It might seem like a lot, but trust me, it's usually way cheaper than getting a dog from a breeder, and then you're paying for all of that stuff on your own. Adopting a rescue dog isn't always easy, but when you finally bring home that pup, it is so worth it. All right, so we've covered why adoption is hard, the strict rules, home visits, and even the cost. But now let's talk about how you can actually improve your chances of getting approved. If you're serious about adopting a dog, here are a few quick tips that can make a big difference. Number one, you want to fill out the application completely and truthfully. A lot of people get denied simply because they left out important details. If a rescue has to follow up with you for missing information, there's a chance that they'll just move on to another applicant who was more thorough. Number two, you want to provide strong references. Most rescues are going to ask for a vet reference and sometimes even a personal reference. Make sure you choose someone that knows how responsible you are with animals. Number three, be open to different dogs. If you only apply for one specific breed or age or a puppy, you might be waiting a long time. Being flexible opens up more opportunities. Sometimes the best dogs are the ones you weren't originally looking for anyway. Number four, show that you're prepared. Rescues love to see that you have thought ahead. Have a vet picked out, a plan for training. The more prepared you are, the better your chances are of getting approved. Following these tips won't guarantee an automatic yes, but they will help your application stand out. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a hard time adopting a dog? What was your experience like? Let's talk in the comments, because the more that we share together here, the more dogs we can help find forever homes for. And if you are preparing for adoption, grab my free From Rescue to Home Survival Kit. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Make sure to watch the next video. I will see you there.